In the early to mid-90s, Candice Bergen was the reigning queen of TV sitcoms. Her smash hit series Murphy Brown ran from 1989 to 1997 and had a significant cultural impact by touching on issues and themes previously unexplored on television shows. Candice starred as the eponymous Murphy Brown, a famed investigative journalist and news anchor for a fictional news magazine program called FYI. After airing for 247 episodes over 10 seasons, Murphy Brown ended. It was later rebooted by CBS in 2018, but canceled after just one 13-episode season. Keep watching to learn about the real reasons why Murphy Brown was canceled not once, but twice. Murphy Brown's history of controversy. Throughout its time on the air, Murphy Brown was able to respond and play off of real-world situations happening around the globe. But sometimes what the series chose to touch on caused news on its own. Perhaps the most famous example was in 1992, when the show was caught up in the controversy caused by Vice President Dan Quayle when he chose to make the show his target. At the time in the series, Brown, a hardworking journalist and recovering alcoholic, had made the conscious decision to raise a child on her own. While this might not sound very controversial by today's standards, at the time it was a provocative decision by the show. Quayle began blaming the character and her life choices on the, quote, breakdown of family values. He made this opinion a key part of a speech he made in May of 1992. Quayle stated that bearing babies irresponsibly and not supporting a child that one fathered was wrong. He went on to say that when primetime TV depicts characters like Murphy Brown as, quote, mocking the importance of fathers by bearing a child alone and simply calling it just another lifestyle choice, this contributed to the breakdown of the traditional family, and in some more esoteric way, American values as a whole. Quayle received substantial backlash for his comments and was the butt of numerous jokes at that year's Emmy Awards. Later that year, Quayle and President George Bush lost their re-election bid. Some saw the loss as having been at least somewhat correlated to the controversy caused by the Murphy Brown rhetoric and the ensuing fuss it caused. On the show, Murphy Brown addressed Quayle's comments directly by saying that his limited definition of what an acceptable family looked like was shockingly out of touch with what millions of children growing up in non-traditional families throughout the country have experienced. Murphy Brown has since been pointed to by critics as having paved the way for numerous shows that have followed in its path. Single mothers have since been depicted on TV without issue in shows like Gilmore Girls, Sex and the City, Girls, and Smilf. Before we tell you more, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. The original series finale. Murphy Brown started off fairly strong in the ratings department. It averaged 14.9 million viewers during its debut season and peaked at 18.6 million average viewers during season 4. Series creator and showrunner Diane English departed after that season, but the show continued enjoying relatively high ratings. For the next several seasons, numerous changes were made to the on- and off-camera staff. For a while, the show's cast was basically a revolving door of temporary stars who would back Candice up. By the start of the 1996-97 season, viewership was declining. After the 9th season wrapped and CBS saw the writing on the wall, they chose not to renew it past the 10th season. The final season premiered in the fall of 1997. That season included a story arc in which Brown battled breast cancer. The storyline wasn't without controversy, however, as in one episode, she used medical marijuana to help relieve the crippling side effects of chemotherapy. The show came under fire from conservative anti-drug groups for this decision, but it was notable for being one of the first on-screen portrayals of medical cannabis. Later that season, the show was criticized by women's health groups who took offense to an episode where Brown was seen shopping for prosthetic breasts. At one point, she uttered the line, "Should I go with the Demi Moore or Elsie the cow?" Despite the controversy, the show's handling of the topic of breast cancer was credited with a 30% increase in the number of female-bodied people getting mammograms that year. Because of this, Candice Bergen was presented with an award by the American Cancer Society to celebrate her role in educating women on the importance of breast cancer screening and prevention. Murphy Brown's two-part series finale, Never Can Say Goodbye, saw Brown undergoing surgery after a second cancer scare. While on the operating table, she woke up in heaven and got to conduct an interview with God, played by actor Alan King. During the interview, God managed to convince Murphy to stick with her job with FYI as she was contemplating leaving. After she woke up, Brown found out she was cancer-free. The series wrapped with Murphy telling her colleagues she was planning on returning to work. At the end of the episode, Brown went home and sang the song Natural Woman one last time. Why the reboot failed. CBS decided to reboot Murphy Brown in 2018, 20 years after the original show ended. Initially conceived as a one-off 13-episode series, the Murphy Brown reboot dealt with issues like fake news and the polarizing politics of Donald Trump. The revival premiered in September, but off the bat, its ratings were disappointing. It was hoped that if the season was well received, it could lead to a full-fledged multi-season treatment. But after only averaging 9.1 million viewers, the Murphy Brown reboot's future was uncertain. Due to its filming location in New York, the reboot was more costly than the average sitcom, coupled with lackluster ratings, so CBS had little incentive to keep the show alive, and subsequently announced its cancellation in May of 2019. During its original run, Murphy Brown won a staggering 18 Emmys, including 2 for Outstanding Comedy Series and 1 for Best Lead Actress. It also took home 3 Golden Globes, 2 DGA Awards, and another 2 WGA Awards. The revival series earned Candice Bergen a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a TV series, musical, or comedy. Candice hasn't slowed down. Candice Bergen quickly recovered after the Murphy Brown reboot was given the axe. In 2021, she appeared in 3 episodes of the ABC Roseanne revival, The Conners, as the character Barb. She's also been fairly active in the film world. In 2018, she appeared in the Bill Holderman-directed rom-com film Book Club. She followed that up by playing Roberta in the 2020 comedy drama Let Them All Talk. Most recently, she made an appearance in the 2022 Mayim Bialik produced and directed drama As They Made Us. In 2023, she'll reprise her role as Sharon Myers in Book Club 2, The Next Chapter. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you remember the controversy with Vice President Quayle and Murphy Brown? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. By the way, if you haven't joined Facts First as a member yet, be sure to look below this video and click the join button. By becoming a paid member of Facts First, you'll get access to exclusive video content that you won't find anywhere else. This includes some of our more mature content that isn't suitable for public audiences, which includes topics like Hollywood actresses who posed for Playboy and some of the steamiest moments in movie history. Plus, you can enjoy these videos completely ad-free. Our biggest fans will notice they also get badges next to their name when they leave comments on our videos. We pay special attention to comments from our members, and so do other viewers. So if you want exclusive content from Facts First or inside access to discussions with other community members, click the join button to get started for just $4.99. There are hours of members-only videos waiting for you, with new videos added every month. And we're actively working on bringing even more features to help fans like you connect with other members and get more of your favorite content. Just click join, and we'll see you inside the membership tab.